Hey, YouTubers, it is I, Mr. Zero, of Mr. Zero's Terror Ride, here to terrorize you with comedy. Well, not really today, but that's some good cherry. That's a kiss of cherry. Kiss of cherry. So, what was I doing last night? I have some friends of mine that I've met. They were they were starting a variety show a couple years ago, and I contacted them, said I'd be interested in working with it, doing clowning, vaudevillian type routine stuff, etc., etc. And that ended up falling through. I'm still working with them on other projects, but um, they're a couple. They're married. They live out in Magana, Utah. You know where that is. The movie The Bats was filmed out there. Or Bats, I don't know. I've never seen it. Some people thought it was scary a couple years ago. But at any rate, so the wife, she's a photographer, and she does some really interesting work. She does things like she did this weird circus thing, and so she's doing this freak show thing, and she asked me if I wouldn't mind doing some, modeling as a scary, creepy, crusty old clown. And I agreed to do that. I need something to do with my time, so I decided to go and do that. And so I go over to their house, and I'm running late already. We were planning on doing this stuff at around 7, or 6 or 7, and it was like 8 o'clock almost when I showed up, and it's hotter than any dirty, bad, evil word I could use to describe heat. It's just so hot, and they don't have air conditioning in their house, unfortunately for them. And so I had to put makeup on, and I'm a sweater. I'm a big guy. I sweat Crisco, I swear. And so I'm in their basement trying to put makeup on. And anyone who has ever worn grease paint will tell you it doesn't help with keeping you cool. So I'm putting on this grease paint, and I'm going for a more traditional look. I sit there and I do the white around my lips as I do with Mr. Zero. But then I changed it up. I did white around like the eyes, and then just around on my eyelids I did the black. And then I filled the beard in with black. I did actual black and kind of smacked it to get that stippling effect. And then the rest of my face I did in a shade of red that's called Fresh Cut that I bought from. It seemed like a very good red in the disc, but yeah, it comes off kind of sunburn looking when you put it on. So I never really use it, but it was good for this, so I put that on. And then it was time to powder up, and I'm pouring powder on me. It's coming on. And I'm like, I need more powder than what I've got because I still feel greasy. So I'm powdering and I'm powdering. And the powder mixed with the sweat, mixed with the makeup, it turned crusty. This is the crustiest clown makeup job I had ever done in my life. And it was so just crusty on my face. And, but it worked for it. And I put on one of my striped shirts, and I'm wearing my overly long shorts with suspenders, and I put on my clown shoes, which are really just these hiking shoes that I found that had a weird look to them, and I bought them in a size 13. I normally wear like a size, I think I'm about like an 8 or a 9, so size 13 is kind of big for my feet, and we uh we go downtown Magna and shoot some pictures of me out there juggling and looking creepy and crazy. And then they decided, why don't we take him on the on the tracks train, the public train we have out here, transit train, and take pictures of them on the train. That would just be an interest. So then we go downtown and take pictures of me out there. And I guess I was so convincing. There was a guy sitting there, and I guess he didn't fully realize we were taking pictures. He started asking me if I wanted a cup of coffee. I'm sitting there, I'm lying on the seats, and I'm opening up a flask, which is completely empty, and I'm, pretending to drink from it. And he sits there, hey, you want to go to Starbucks to get a coffee or something? Can I get you a coffee? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, it's just offered him a coffee. So I came off as a really good drunken clown, the guy who thought that I needed some coffee. So mission accomplished. Um, I might take one of the pictures and put them as my YouTube thumbnail picture, but I can't really show them to you because they're not mine. I don't have them, so. But they turned out awesome. I look cool and creepy and crusty, but yeah, that's what I did last night. A lot of fun. Good way to get out. Try to shake the blues away. And communication!